Hey everybody, Erica Serwin here from Pink Bucker Designs. This week I am featuring the Beautiful Butterflies bundle. This bundle includes the stamps, the hybrid embossing folder, as well as the dies. And I just want to point out that if you look in the catalog, page 39, this is the Spring 2025 Stampin' Up! Catalog. Here is this product suite, and when you read the description of the bundle, it says stamp set and hybrid embossing folder. That does mean it includes the dies as well. It doesn't specify that, but it does. It includes the embossing folder and the dies. The embossing folder is really cool, which I'll show you in a minute. The die fits down into the embossing folder. But the really special thing about this card is the card front die. We're going to use that to cut the front side of our card, okay? Really cool. Now I'm using lots of different products today, and I'll tell you what they are as we go. Let's do our die cutting first. I am using the Ocean Friends Designer Series paper for, the intricate butterfly. Hopefully I cut it big enough, yep. And the body of our butterfly, the larger of the bodies, if you will. Now, this is the one that's going to go down in the embossing folder, which we're going to ink the embossing folder. So I think we'll actually cut them separately, but I'll show you that in a sec. Okay, now I played with this card front die and have a couple of tips for you. I played with different size card fronts, and the one that I liked the most, because I wanted my butterfly to be the same as my card. Now we're going to glue the card on another piece of cardstock so it's wider. But my card, my little card that I'm cutting, is 4 3/4 this way by 7, scored at 3.5. Okay. Now on this die, I'm going to try to hold it to the camera so you guys can see. Right here and right here, there are these two lines. Can you guys see those? See those two little lines? You want to get your card front under those two lines, okay? So that's where I want it. I got to get it centered, and then right under those two lines. Now, what I found works best for me is to take some Post-it tape. I lost my other piece. I had another piece ready to go, and I've lost it. It's probably stuck to me somewhere. And to tape this down, okay, on the front like that. Now you've got to cut it open, otherwise it's going to cut that back piece too, and we don't want that. All right, so put it down like this on your cut and emboss machine. Oh, there it is. Was it stuck to me? I think it was. Run it through, and then let's see how we did. Carefully remove. And that's what it looks like. Perfect. So then you just take your paper snips, your scissors, and just cut that right there and right there. Okay, so there's your little shaped card. It's just really cute. I really like it. I hope we get more dies like this. All right, so let's cut out, before we switch over to the embossing folder, we'll cut out the intricate butterfly and the butterfly's body from the Ocean Friends Designer Series paper. If you haven't taken a close look at the Ocean Friends paper, the back side of the patterns are really great, kind of monochromatic type patterns, which I love. I think one's like a chevron. This one's, I don't even know what you would call this. I'm using my die brush attachment and my pick, the little pointy piercing, I guess is what you call piercing attachment. Like I said in my earlier video, I had dental work done today, so my mouth is like not working right. Okay, now we're going to switch over. We're going to take off plates, both the plates 3 and plate 2. Okay, let me put this die back so I don't lose it. And we're going to run this piece of peach pie in our embossing folder. But I want to ink the embossing folder, okay? So when I do that, I don't necessarily want to use the die, because then I'll get the ink on I'll get the ink on the die. But this is how you would do it without the die. I mean, without the ink. You would just set that down and run it through like that. But we're going to do it, a little more tricky. Because, you know, I like to add ink to my embossing folders. Just take your peach pie ink pad and set it right down. Just dab, dab, dab. Close it on your peach pie cardstock. Where is my plate number 4 is what you need. Now, some of you are like cringing. Oh, what about your embossing folder? You just run water over it. Totally clean. All right, let's take a look. Beautiful. See how at any place that it impressed down, it put the ink on there. So it's a fun technique, a fun way to get more use out of your embossing folders. All right, let me clear off. I've got all this leftover nonsense on my plates, of course, and it's staticky. All right, so now since we didn't do it at the same time, we'll go ahead and run this through. You're also going to need to cut an early espresso stitched circle. And the one that I'm using isn't from our Stylish Shape dies. It's actually from the Unbounded Love dies. And it's the smaller one. All right, so we've got that. I need to put some trash in the trash can. Set my embossing folder over here to get clean. And I think we've got all of our die cutting. Oh, you also want to use that same die we just used to cut out a basic white butterfly. I put a basic white butterfly on the inside for your writing. Okay, you can kind of see it peeking through, but I didn't mind that. If you don't like that, you can always cut off those antennae. All right, so now let's start from the back to the front, okay? I've got a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of pumpkin pie. All right, correction. This piece is 3 3/4 by 5. And we're going to put that right there. Now we're going to open it up, and I've got a piece of, this is the Refreshed Beauty Designer Series paper. If you watched my videos last week, we used this paper. It's on the last chance list right now, which makes it like $8. So check it out. All right, now I'm going to take my butterfly and I'm going to put adhesive. Now I want to make sure it's hidden as best it can be behind this guy. So I'm just going to kind of line it up underneath there and then set it down. That way it's hidden as much as possible. All right, now we're going to take this one, and I'm folding it forward a little bit because I want it to have some dimension. And we'll put some glue. Ah, no, wait, we forgot to stamp this. You guys, this is a really cool part. If you can see behind here, I've got the stamps. These stamps right here go with this larger butterfly. So you don't even have to put all of this on top if you don't want. All right, now look at your pieces, your stamps, and see where they fit. This one goes on the bottom. So we're going to stamp it there in peach pie. And we'll stamp it there in peach pie. And then we're going to take peach pie again and stamp the other one up here at the top like that. Now I'm going to I need a piece of scrap paper, which I didn't grab. Let's see, what can I use? We'll use this right here. And we're going to take the little dots and do peach pie around the outside edges. This middle part's going to be covered up, so I'm not going to worry about stamping anything there. I should have done this before I glued it on, but that's okay. Get a little bit up here like that. Okay, that looks good. Okay, now back to what we were doing. We're going to glue this on here in the middle like that. Then we're going to do the same thing with this one right here. And I'm going to do it kind of right there in the middle. Then I'm going to take this, the larger body, and I'm going to do it up kind of high. I've already got glue there. I'm going to do it kind of high so it matches the antennas behind there. Okay, now I've got my little circle, and we're going to just use the hello. So let's see if I can rub it with my embossing buddy. stamp it with Versamark. And let's grab our reverse tweezers. Oh, don't tell me they've run away again. Okay, here they are. They're never where I need them. But you want to use this to hold it so you don't burn your fingers. All right, I've got white embossing powder. Let's move this down a little bit. Okay. If you ever have a little granule of embossing powder sticking where it doesn't need to be, just take a paintbrush that comes with your embossing additions kit, and where everything's missing, everything's buried. Why is that? There we go. Okay, hit it with your heat tool. All right, dimensional, right in the middle for our hello. Then I'm going to take my gold twisted thread. I'm going to take a piece and fold it in half so that we have a double bow. Okay, so you're just going to take a long piece, fold it in half, pretend that you only have one piece in your hand, and tie a bow. And I want it kind of long. And then get your paper snips or your ribbon scissors or whatever you're using, a mini glue dot, and we're going to put that right there. All right, so now you could stop there, but I felt like it needed a little more, so I'm going to take my metallic, my gold metallic enamel effects, and I'm going to just do some little dots. Now, when you do these, you want to pull straight up, and it's going to look like a Hershey Kiss when you do that. Oh, that one is going to be a problem. Come on, guy. But when it dries, it's going to be a little ball of shimmer. All right, so just go around the edge, adding a few. The only thing you have to remember, the important thing is when you're done with this, set it somewhere you will not touch it, and you will not set anything on top of it. Can't tell you how many times I have done that. It's going to take you, I would give it 30 minutes at least to dry. All right, and there we go. Let's see if I can do it without messing it up. Here they are. They kind of shrink down a little bit. Oh, and I put white too. I forgot the white. Is it too late? Do you think I can add? I'm going to use my white gel pen and just go in. I'm just doing everything out of order, aren't I? The problem is I make these projects and then I don't film the video for like a week. And you guys know how your brain is. Ah, I just touched that one. Definitely wait until they dry to do this. Just a gel pen. Okay, I'm going to stop because I am making a mess. Oh no, let's see, can I fix that? That one's going to be a big one. There we go. Okay, done. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. All right, you guys, click the link here on YouTube. Go over to my blog, grab that free PDF. There are 2 other beautiful butterflies projects, as well as the measurements for all of these pieces and the complete supply list. All right, everybody, have a great week. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.